back to the channel. For those of you that have been following this channel for quite some time, you would have seen our first ever updates on Vechain when we bought as cheap as 9 cents on this project, and it's been a pretty interesting journey so far. But in this video I'm going to talk about specifically where I believe price will be going next. Before I do that, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and as always click the bell notification icon so you can stay up to date on all my recent videos. Remember guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own independent research. Now firstly, let's talk about where price currently is. Of course, you guys can see we did updates as early as, well, our recent updates after this massive pullback. We were calling buys from this area. Price has gone up, and then of course we started speaking about price crossing this 12 cent area. It was 11 cents at the time, and how we should see a parabolic move up to 25 cents, and this is for the short term anyway. Now as you can see, price was steadily moving up to this target area, and we saw price go as high as 19 cents, which is a 46% move. Now obviously if you are a scalper, you're a day trader, that is enough for anybody to walk away with. But of course we see this going up to 25 cents for the short term, so of course we're holding tight, and in fact we do have a longer term target which is exclusively available in Crypto Crew Premium, so make sure you click the link in my description and sign up today. Now of course guys, we saw a pullback, and this happened across the board. For those of you that are already in our community or watched our previous videos, we always like to update what's happening on Bitcoin and the overall cryptocurrency market space, because it will give you an indication on what will be happening on a particular coin that you're watching, right? And you can almost determine, okay, how fast does it recover when the market crashes? Does it actually crash when the market crashes? Does it recover when the market crashes, and how quick does it happen, etc.? And of course for Vechain we saw a we saw a 28% pullback to the downside on that November dip. Right now of course that is quite a large pullback, and where did we pull back to? Surprise, surprise, back to the 12 cent area, which is our major area of structure. Now the reason why I wasn't concerned is because we stabilized at this area, which is a good area in my opinion to restock or look for a new entry, or a completely new entry if you're not already in this project. And of course this is what I would personally be doing, etc. So we stayed stable above this area. Short term we see price going back up to all-time highs, or sorry, not all-time highs, back up to that 19 cent area, which is a 34% move, and I believe this is probably a new area of a range. So it will be around this 19 cents, so 12 to 19 cents would be a new range area. So really we should have a resistance area here, a resistance line here, but we have our structure which almost indicates, gives us an indication of what could potentially happen at this area anyway, or something to look out for. So we see price going up back up to that all-time high, and I'll just draw this, in fact I'll draw a structure box in just so you guys can see with more clarity, or an area to look out for. And then of course this area needs to be breached in order to see a move up to this area, because remember guys, the market does not work in straight lines, even though of course the crypto market could have fooled you and made you believe that is the case from some of the moves that we saw at the start of this year. But in reality, markets move in stages, so it moves upwards and then pulls back, and then moves upwards and pulls back. So you can see that here, when we see, even here we saw a breakout, price pulls down, then we see price move up, consolidate, move back up, consolidate, move back up, etc. And of course even when we are moving to the downside we see the same thing. So we move down, consolidate, move down, pull up, and then continue to move down, right? So it's important to understand that, because it will basically get you prepared for what's to come, right? The market will not just go in a straight line, and if that does happen, then of course it just means the harder it will fall. So let's go over that again for those of you that maybe weren't listening. So first target 19 cents, 34% move. Long-term target, or sorry, mid-term target would be 25 cents, which is a 72% move from where we currently are now. And yeah, so those are our two targets, 19 and 25 cents. And again, for those of you that are not aware of why we actually do this, right, I want to make it clear to everybody now. Just made it clear with my ICP community, internet computer community on that video. I'm going to make it clear to you guys as well. The reason why we created this channel is because we want it to be an open diary. I wanted to share what I'm personally doing in the cryptocurrency space, some of the projects I find exciting and that I'm personally putting my own capital into. So it's almost like my own diary, right? And so far, so good. This is either going to be the greatest investment of my personal lifetime or the greatest lesson. So either way, in my opinion, it's a win-win scenario. But guys, remember, if you want to see more of our diary entries, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, share it with a friend, share it with a family member, right? Let's all write this story together. But until the next episode, seize the day.